So this is the setup that I am looking for, that I am proposing, that hopefully we see coming into tomorrow and the remainder of the week, that will start confirming and add a layer of confirmation, I should say, that the wave 4 has completed and we are potentially gearing up for the next leg into the upside. Now, it's not to say that if we see the 5 waves up is the confirmation and that's it. The true and real confirmation is when we actually see a 3-wave pullback that holds some sort of support, meaning that this will be the wave 1 into the minor degree, say for example, and then we see the 3-wave pullback into the minor degree wave 2. It's at that point, if we hold support and we start breaking out, that we see that we can confirm that this is in fact the next leg higher. However, we have a couple of hurdles ahead of us that we need to overcome. So let's take a quick look at our bullish count here for the SPY. Then we're going to transition over to the bearish count again in the SPY, and then change charts to take a look at the Qs again, both the bears and the bullish count. So before we get into the daily time frame, the hour daily time frame, I want to just take you back out into the daily time frame and show you the 3 levels of support that are critical for this chart to hold. All right, so back up to the daily time frame. I'm going to reset the chart and I'm just going to quickly recap from the COVID lows that we had 1 2 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, we can count this as a 3-wave progression into the wave 3 in the primary degree. All right, and now we're finding ourselves here into this wave 4 of the primary degree. Now the 2 main levels that I'm looking for is the retracement in the higher degree, which is the primary one in yellow. All right, this Fibonacci retracement comes in from the low of wave 2 to the high of wave 3. Now a 38.2% and the 50% in the wave 4 is not out of the question, but it is not too common to see wave 4 pull back too deep into the 50%. As you can clearly see, we're sandwiched between those 2 levels. Also, it's worth noting that the support, or the main support at 4502, yesterday's low, came in confluence with this zone here. All right, this was support here back in May of last year before we saw a rip into new all-time highs. Now we're correcting it back down to that area, finding a support. Now the question is this going to hold? Let's pretend that it is. Let's for the argument of this scenario, let's take a look and consider that this was the low, and now we're going back to the 1 hour time frame. In my opinion, what I'm looking for, guys, is post May 2nd low, which was 4502. We rallied up into the wave 1. We found resistance at today's high at 418.69, and now we're looking for some sort of ABC pullback into the support zone. I want to be able to see tomorrow, maybe we see consolidation or some price action to the sideways price action before the Fed meeting. Ultimately is going to decide whether or not it's going to break lower or break higher. If we start seeing a break above 418.69, that's the first hurdle that I am anticipating, that I am looking for rather, that this market starts to break above, so that we can confirm at least intraday of the 3-wave to the upside. Okay, so that'll confirm the wave 1, wave 2, and then 5 waves up to the wave 3. Okay, guys, so that's first step. Second step, okay, is that we see the wave 4 pullback stay above the wave 1. So we already know that the wave 1 high is somewhere in the $418.69 region. So we break impulsively to the upside, 3-wave pullback should remain above this zone, the support zone. Once we find support here, the next levels to break are resistance 2 and 3, which is 435, 429. The main one to break is that one here, that 435.55, which is the pivot point in the wave A before we went up to the B, and then that gave us the next sell-off leg lower into the wave C. Okay, guys, so 3 levels to look for tomorrow. Okay, we want to see price action hold above 413.51, 415.54, and we want to see price action break above 418.69 to start our conviction and see if or not this is going to head higher. Otherwise, if we break lower and we start breaking south of 405.02, then we have no choice but to look at our ending diagonal scenario, which again, I'm going to take you up to the daily time frame so that you guys can take a look at what that is or what that looks like in case you've missed it. So unlike the other count, okay, we're counting this as a 3-wave progression, okay, in the ABC in an ending diagonal. So AB 1 2 3 4 5 of C of wave 1, and now we're looking at this as a zigzag move into the wave 2. Just like in the other count, we took a retracement from the lows to the high of wave 1, and we're looking for a yellow count, the yellow Fibonacci levels here. All right, and that support comes in at 398 to 355. So that's a pretty wide range. That's a pretty wide range. Now, we haven't reached that zone yet at the 23.6. We're just shy. We're just above it, holding support at 405. Okay, but in the event we break lower of the zone, then my first immediate level to look for to find any support will be sub 400. All right, so what does this look like? So I'm going to take you back down to the 1 hour time frame, and instead of this being the 1 and 2, we're looking at this as the 1 up into resistance at the 50%, 417.22, 420.13, 618, and now we're starting to trend lower. Maybe tomorrow we see a little bit of price action into the upside. Again, that's why I just explained to you the steps to confirm the other one, because likely this would fake you out into the A, B, and C and then lower, in thinking that since we broke above this high here, then it is a confirmed count. But as I mentioned to you guys, you got to be careful with that, right? Because if this is the 1, 2, we want to see the third wave break higher, and then we want to see price action hold above that level. All right, that's the only way that it'll confirm this 5 wave, or the start of the 5 waves here. Otherwise, even if this is the A, B, and then up in C, and we break lower, we will know relatively soon if price action breaks above this, below this zone here, that wave structure into the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is invalid. So back to this. So the 1, 2, then we see price action head lower impulsively into the wave 3. Okay, guys. At this point, we've already sort of starting to confirm this wave structure. So once we find the wave 3, we want to see a pullback into 3 waves to correct this move lower, and then we're going to get our next leg lower in the wave 5 of C of 2, which should bring us anywhere between, again, 398 to 355. Again, this is a wide range, but depending on the depth of this retracement, the depth of this pullback in the wave 3, which likely will be pretty deep, depending on what happens tomorrow, we will know where we stand. Okay, guys, so you already know the levels that are critical to watch for the SPY. Now over to the Qs. Taking a look at the Qs here, let's briefly digest the wave count, the bearish wave count. So we also, just looking at it in the same perspective, we have the B wave, 618 retracement, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're looking for the final leg lower into the wave 5. Now we made a wave 1 low, here at on May 2nd at 309. We retraced it back to the 618 at 321.98, which was not the high today. The high of today was 321. Let me see real quick here. What was the high today? 321.16, right? But that was just near the 618. All right, very close. Not to the tick, but super close. 321.98, 321.16 was the high today. If we find resistance and we start breaking lower south of our May 2nd low, then it is likely, just like in the SPY, that we are going to gear up for a leg lower. Now that's the setup that we have here in the Qs. Okay, this push out of the low is not too impulsive. All right, it doesn't look too promising, to say the least. There's too much overlap. Even if we go down to the 5-minute time frame, it doesn't look like there is much impulsive over here, right? So we have let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe an end diagonal into the wave 5, but that's yet, that's pushing it. Okay, that's pushing it. Maybe that's the one here, ABC2, and then we go. But I don't think that's the case. I think that we are hitting resistance and price action is inevitably going to head lower. But that's why we have 2 counts, right? And our main count will suggest the same thing. So we're holding support number 1 at the 38.2% retracement, which is 316.71, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you already see this is coming. It's looking like in the SPY. So from our May lows, 1, 2, right, we want to hold 316. Ultimately, the critical level is 309.71 that must hold. And just like I was teaching you back in the SPY, we need to see 1, 2, 3, this wave 4 hold above this level, and then the confirmation to the wave 5 to this degree here, 3 wave pullback into that degree, and then off to the races we go. This is all depending on how Powell and the meeting goes tomorrow. All right, guys. So you have your levels, you have the charts, you already know what to do. Be patient. Tomorrow's a big day, so looking forward to it. Looking forward to everybody being safe out there. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.